All right, Judge Amy Coney Barrett is now just one step away from being confirmed as the next Associate Justice to the Supreme Court. The final vote by the full Senate expected to take place today after the Senate advanced Barrett's nomination in a 51-48 procedural vote yesterday. In the meantime, here's a live look at the Senate floor, where Senate Democrats have been holding an hours-long talkathon. This is the way they protest Amy Coney Barrett's nomination. They're trying to delay and just talk and talk and talk. They've been there through the night. Joining us now to discuss all of this, Timothy Head, Executive Director of Faith and Freedom of the Faith and Freedom Coalition. Sir, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. You say that Justice Barrett is exactly what the country needs. Why do you think that?
Well, thank you for having me, and I think it's apparent to all of us that are watching at this point that that not only are we talking about a brilliant academic and intellectual mind, but we're also talking about a humanitarian. This person not only is a decorated constitutional scholar, but she lives the life that frankly all of us aspire to live in terms of her treatment of her fellow man and her life as a mother, her humanitarian work across the country and across the world. Frankly, this person could not be more in line with everything the Faith and Freedom Coalition believes.
Yeah, and just quickly, what do you say to the people out there that on the left that have the big concern over Roe versus Wade with this nomination?
Well, so the really fascinating thing about the confirmation hearings from Judge Coney Barrett is that we're seeing what a true jurist is supposed to be about. It's applying the law to the facts of the case, and so the reason why she continues to refuse to answer these sort of theoretical questions is because that's not her job, and that will not be her performance once she's on the bench. She's simply there to apply the facts of the presenting case to the Constitution and to law. And so, you know, for a lot of people on the left, that's anathema. That's unfathomable that someone could actually act that way. But that's precisely how she will act as a justice.
And she did some good convincing. Even Senator Feinstein seemed to warm up to her from California. Let's switch gears here for a second. Your organization advocates for time-honored values, which religion could be included in that. Right now, we have a lot of New York's Orthodox Jewish community really going after the governor, Andrew Cuomo, after the state leader suggested that they are to blame for some coronavirus clusters that we're seeing in parts of Brooklyn. Let's take a listen here.
Some of the complexity in the enforcement here, especially with members of the ultra-Orthodox community, they have never complied with the rules.
All right, the governor set up these new lockdown orders in parts of Brooklyn after a recent spike in cases earlier this month. Many in this very religious group say that they're being targeted and their religious freedoms are being violated. The governor says that's just a perception, it's not the fact. But the governor has also threatened to cut state funding to yeshivas. Take a listen to this.
I guarantee if a yeshiva gets closed down and they're not going to get state funding, you will see compliance.
Yeshiva, I should correct myself there. What do you make of what's happening right now, sir?
Well, not only are we watching a bit of a melodrama unfold for the year 2020, but you actually have to go back to Governor Cuomo's original campaign that the Hasidic community throughout New York, the state, as well as New York City, were not supportive of the governor's original bid for governorship. And so unfortunately, we're seeing not just a corona-related consequence from the governor, but frankly, this is sort of a political payback from a few years ago. And honestly, it's not only politically unfortunate, but it also is it's a religious freedom violation and a First Amendment violation. They are not doing anything unconstitutional, illegal, immoral, or even statistically abnormal. This is a farce, frankly, and we actually anticipate getting engaged on this fight soon.
Well, keep us posted if you do. I certainly agree. If they had voted for Governor Cuomo, they probably wouldn't have such a hard time in this process. Timothy Head, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.